Capricorn, hello there, my friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early September 2021. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate every single one of you. So let's get it started immediately with a couple of oracle cards here, just to take a little temperature of the energy, see what we're working with. So my guide, spirit team, talk to me about the beautiful Capricorn collective for early September. What do we got for my friends? And yeah, we're just going to look at these first couple real quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus spread with the Starseed Oracle to see what it is you need to hear from the universe. So there are many things for you to consider and think about. Let's get it going, though. What do we got for Capricorn, please? Please and thank you. Yeah, the deck is already being particular. There we go. Both of them are out. And I feel like I've been seeing similar energies for you in the past couple of weeks. That strong, powerful, movement-based feminine energy. And then we have creation showing up here. So before we fully dive into this, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end. So you might want to check that out. Now, into this reading. You see the imagery of this first card. You have this strong feminine figure pointing in a certain direction. So I think of a few different things when this card shows up. Yes, you could be completely future focused right now, planning on moving towards something, wanting to acquire. It's just that future focus and movement. This is action based to me, and I do like it. Very strong, very powerful, and determined. That's the main vibe I feel here. Okay, and notice that this figure, if you look down in the box, is pointing at this other one. Creation. You see this angelic figure. He has a Vitruvian man on his head. He's staring at this fetus. He's looking at this baby. So creation is the name of the game with this card. Whether it's creating works of art, expressing yourself creatively, you might be wanting to dive into ventures like that where you express yourself emotionally through creations. And some of you, it could even be creating life. Obviously, not every single Capricorn. I also get the energy of a focus. Like, so once again, with the future focus and him focused on this, there could be something you're locked on, dead set on. And it could even be someone focusing in on you, putting you under the microscope in some way. So let's get into tarot. We'll see how it all links together. We're going to shuffle it up one time, get you three in the upright, and intuitively clarify as always. So let's get a good shuffle here for Capricorn, please. My guides, talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yeah, those oracles don't make or break the reading. It's just something for us to look at. Now, last week's reading was titled A Serious Talk, and the week before that was Big Victory Incoming. So it's been a mixed bag the past couple of weeks. I'm really interested to see how it shakes out this week, because you might be feeling a little stern in your ways, especially with last week's reading. But you know energies are always shifting and changing. I don't have to tell you that, Capricorn. Let's see what we got, though. Thank you. First card is out. Okay. Someone might be in their feels a little bit. We got the Five of Cups taking up position number one. Let's get a couple more before we really start diving into this. Okay. Eight of Swords. So this might be one of those readings, my friends, okay? Only take it how it hits for you. You know the deal. But we got two rough cards starting us out, and we still do have to clarify. Let's get one more, though. All right, that's good. This could be something turning out good in the end. We have the Empress right there on the back. So as I was already speaking about a mixed bag, we have an interesting dynamic of energies. And I'm going to give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes before we get the juicier intuitive stuff. In position number one, the Five of Cups. If you watch tarot, you know what that's about. Someone could be sad. This could be literal tears. It's called the River of Tears to some readers. So I think of all those types of things similar to the Three of Swords. Something or someone that may be upset. Okay, now this could range a whole gamut of emotions from somebody who is slightly depressed, feeling a little gloomy, or it could be a devastation. Could be you or people around you, but it's interesting to know someone might be struggling with a little bit of depression, especially with the Eight of Swords coming up right next to it. You know the themes. I don't really have to pound that one home too much. It's also a little bit of grieving here. So we're going to keep moving. I'm not going to get stuck on it. It's given me an odd feeling to start this. But we have the Eight of Swords right in the center. Some of you might be feeling a little trapped, a little cornered, like your hands are bound or tied. That's a big thing with the Eight of Swords, like possibly feeling cornered in some way. So hopefully there's not an individual making you feel that. But usually it's the mind. We're in the realm of the mind, and we have the Five of Cups, the emotion, the Eight of Swords with the mind, thoughts racing, anxiety, stressing. So we're seeing a big theme here with both of these cards. Pardon me. This woman here has her eyes blindfolded. So whenever I see a card that has the eyes blindfolded, it could be little aspects of mystery, like fear of the future. We have been seeing the future focus. So maybe some of you are in that mode, stressing about what's coming down the pipeline. We're going to keep it moving, though. Like I said, I'm not going to get too hung up on these energies. We have the Empress on the back end, which is good to me. That already tells me that everything is going to be okay. That is Earth sign energy. It could be a possible Taurus in your life. But we think of Mother Earth. We think of nature, the goddess. Maybe if you are feeling these types of things, some time in nature will do very good for you. But once again, this ties into creation. That's very much what the Empress is about. Abundance, a creation of life, creation of everything, really. Because you know what Mother Nature is all about. To me, whenever I see the Empress, I also think of blessings and stability, mother figures, strong feminine energy. So we're seeing a tie-in with what we were seeing in the Oracle cards. A little bit of a mixed bag, but we need more detail here. So let's jump in and clarify. Okay, I'm going to shuffle it up one time for you, Capricorn. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty here, see what's up. Let's go, my gods. Talk to me about Capricorn. Now, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to use your base knowledge of tarot, because every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. That's why this box is here, so you could play along if you know the card meanings. And whatever messages you feel from this, please feel free to share it down below. We're going to go in on this Five of Cups, though. See what this could be. And I'm just going to repeat it once again. It doesn't have to be you in Five of Cups mode. You might be dealing with somebody who's in Five of Cups mode. There it is. The card flew out of my hands onto the ground as well. It's the Tower. Right here, showing up. Jeez Louise. Okay, so you know what the Tower is all about. It could be shocking situations, surprising situations, unexpected situations. Those are the main themes and archetypes. The Tower is usually the foundation shifting or changing or moving. It could be an ending for some people. So I do get like some grieving here, literally. Okay, and as I always say, the Towers don't have to be bad, but when it's coming up underneath the Five of Cups, this is someone who is hurting, grieving a loss. That's what this is making me feel. Sure, the Ten of Swords isn't out here, but that's just the vibe it's giving me, like grieving some sort of loss, whether it's one that's just happened, coming down the line, or it's one that's already happened. You just apply it to your story as necessary. This could even be just shocking emotions, like somebody feeling a certain way but wasn't expecting to be so affected. Like something happens that really hits you in the heart and you weren't expecting it. So I'm getting a lot of different things here. It's an interesting vibe. But we do think of shock, so keep your head on a swivel in the coming days and weeks, especially when we have Towers. Maybe a good Tower could come in for you. Those do exist. But we're going to keep it moving to the Eight of Swords. Interesting vibe here. And it makes sense with all this going on in the front. It could be an important warning from the universe, like a serious level one with the stuff we have going on here. I do like that we have the Empress on the back. We're going to go in with this Eight of Swords. Yeah, the Empress tells me everything's going to be okay. Let's see what's up with this Eight of Swords, though. Makes sense if someone's in Five of Cups, Tower mode. Okay. This is someone who might be having issues pulling themselves up out of a funk. Okay, and once again, that doesn't have to be you. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. Maybe you're tied to a fire sign that's stressing a little bit, going over a lot in their head. But the Knight of Wands is action-based. It's directing your energy and making action. So when I see it here under this Eight of Swords, it could be somebody who's thinking about so many different things that they don't know exactly what to do. They don't know exactly where to put their energy. So this might be someone who's really in a funk, that's having a really difficult time pulling themselves up out of it. Okay, this is someone who might need a little bit of assistance. So I'll show it to you. And of course, fit it to your life as needed, all right? But there are warnings here in the beginning of this, seriously. We're going to go in on this Empress, though. I don't want to spend too much time on that one either. Let's see what's up with this Empress. Hopefully we have a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, am I right? So let's see, we're going to get her card out, then I'll give you a recap before we do your bonus. Why is the Empress here? Thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's good. We have the World card right underneath the Empress, and this is a karmic-based card. If you're familiar with tarot, you know the World is all about the cycles of life. One's closing, one's opening, just the continuous cycle that we all go through in the journey of life. And this tells me this too shall pass. That's what's going through my head right now. If you're going through a tough time, if you're watching this for someone else who's going through a tough time, it will pass, okay? This is also karmic, like, You might be rewarded for your trials and tribulations. So this could be some sort of karmic reward here in the back end. But just know that everything is going to be fine. We all go through these things as human beings. Okay, it's natural. But this is giving me the vibe of like blessings in the end, karmic rewards, things paying off, like things being okay. Okay, because life is all about that perpetual change, the perpetual motion. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick recap. And yeah, then we'll get your bonus spread. If you'd kindly look down in the box. We have the Five of Cups in position number 1 clarified by the Tower. As I was explaining, this could be somebody who is grieving something. Like, I'm getting a couple of different messages here, so take whichever one hits for you. It could be grieving a loss. It could be unexpected emotions, like something affecting you harder than you thought it might, okay? Or your person. This can, yeah, it's something shocking, but I do feel like it's more of an important or serious level warning from the universe, especially next to this Eight of Swords with the Knight of Wands in reverse. To me, this is someone who might have a hard time pulling themselves up out of a funk. Someone's head might be racing. They have too many ideas. They don't know which way to put their energy, how to make things better. So if that sounds like someone you know, they might need you to talk to them, help them out. All right, just let them vent a little bit. However, right here on the back end, we have the Empress with the World in the upright. Absolutely beautiful. As I already said, this too shall pass. Whatever's going on, whatever's going wrong, however you're feeling, even if there are no treacherous things happening, know that it's part of the cycle of life. This can also be you being rewarded for the trials and tribulations you've been through. So I do feel like it's good. We're going to get into your bonus spread now. Please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into those further. Okay. Once, yeah, it was a mixed bag type of reading, and that's okay. You know, life is rarely simple. Life can be very complicated sometimes. Okay, so we're going to get these two, see what Capricorn needs to hear, please. So talk to me, my gods. And this is a perfect little capstone for readings. It's optimistic. And I'd just like to see what advice or what the universe wants to bring to your attention as we have the Messenger card. Yeah, this is another thing that you might have been seeing. You might be receiving number signs, synchronicities from the universe, literal messages, messengers. We'll talk about it. Let's get one more, though. And just tie everything up here. And we have Earth School, so it makes sense with what we were seeing in the reading. Real quick, Messenger, as I was already saying, the universe might be trying to get your attention, speak to you through synchronicities, trying to send you a message. Aside from that, this could just be you wanting to get a message across to somebody. This is like a want and a yearn for communication. So it's important to remember these things. The literal meaning says bringing harmony and balance. Interesting, right? And it fits in with the Earth School card and what we saw throughout the reading itself, that life is all about the cycles. This too shall pass. Ups and downs, sideways, all around. You know how life moves. You know how complex life can be. With Earth School, it's there to remind us that we signed up for this. All right, now not everybody believes that. I personally do, that we're here to learn the good, the bad, and the in-between. So it makes sense with what we were seeing in the reading itself. Yes, it is important, our time here, what we're trying to accomplish here. But there are lessons that we need to learn and absorb to really make progress in every single lifetime. And the literal meaning says life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. So yes, through conflict, through rough times, that's when we glean the most. That's when we take the most knowledge and the most lessons when going through the tough pressure. Okay, so Capricorn, that's what I have for you. I feel like, yeah, this was an up and down type of reading. It's all good, though. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the August subscriber surprise, I'll be announcing the winners on September 1st in my community tab. But for the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful Wizards Tarot, the whole kit. It's gorgeous. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, 2 things as usual, with a little twist this month. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are at this point. And number 2, I want to tell you a little story real quick. Last October, I dressed up in costume every single week for the different signs. I dressed up as the Bumblebee, the King of Wands, and a bunny, a whole bunch of different things. And you could see it if you go back to those videos. But this October, I'm going to be doing the same thing. So the second thing you need to do to enter is drop down a costume recommendation for me, and I'll be choosing from everyone's suggestions. So be subscribed and suggest a costume. That's it. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of September, I'll announce the winners, as always, in the community tab. My friends, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.